Hi Lightroomers and welcome. In today's episode we're going to be talking about collections. Now what are collections? Well, collections, your images can be anywhere in Lightroom. Lightroom can access them if they're on your hard drive, if they're on an external drive, if they're on a DVD, a CD. Lightroom can sort that out for you. But what happens if you want a particular collection of images to do something with, like make a slideshow? Well, you'd need images from different folders, and that then becomes difficult because what you've got to do is probably make a folder and then make copies of all your images and put them in that folder. Not really that efficient. Well, collections allows you to supercharge that and to do that. So let's get started. My name's Ken Fisher and this is LiveLink Training. Okay, then let's dig into how collections work. Well, if we look here, I've got some folders on my Macintosh SSD, which is my solid state drive. And I've got 5 images which I took at Elsica Park. And if I click on that one, I've got 5 that I took at the Heritage Centre. And I've got 5 that I took in Sheffield in the Canal Basin. And I'd like to make a little bit of a slideshow of some of the images, not all of them, but some of them. Oh, and also, well, I've got another hard drive. I've got my old hard drive. Well, let's have a look what's on there. Well, I've got some images of York. I've got some nice daytime images. I've got some York at night. And I've got some when the wheel was at York a few years ago. And I'd like to combine some of these images to form a slideshow. Now, to make a slideshow, I need really all the images in one place so I can change the order of them. Well, I'm a bit stuffed, really, in doing it this way because they're all in folders. Now, one method which I could use would be to create a new folder and then copy each of the images that I want in the slideshow, put them in that folder, and then I've got my slideshow. I can change the order. But that's duplicating resources. You know, I'm duplicating images that I don't need to duplicate. And it's taking up valuable space on my hard drive. Now, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is use a powerful feature in Lightroom called collections. And this is where we actually use virtual images. Or we use basically what we're doing is we're just using the metadata. But we're not actually using the images themselves. So creating a collection, it creates extra bytes and not megabytes. So let's see how that works. So I'm going to create a slideshow. So first I'm going to click on the plus button in the collections panel, which is in the library module. And I'm going to select create collection. I'm going to call this slideshow. And then I'm going to click create. And now in my collections you can see I've got a slideshow with 0 images in. So let's think about how do I populate this slideshow collection. Well, let's start with Elsica Park. So I'll go back and I'll have a look at this and think, oh, which ones do I like in here? Oh, well, I've always liked this one. So how do I get them into my collection? Well, it's just drag and drop. So I click on the image itself, drag down, drop it over the slideshow. And now I've got one image in my slideshow collection. And I might take another one. Let's say this one. I like that one. So again, click and drag and drop it into my slideshow collection. Now what about my Heritage Centre? Yeah, well, I'll have a couple of images from here. I quite like this old steam boiler, so I'm going to click and drag on that one. And I quite like both of these two here. So I'm going to select them. So I'm going to click on the first one. And then I'm going to Control or Command click if you're on a Mac on the second one to select them both. And then I'm going to click and I'm going to drag and I'm going to drop them. And that drops them both. So you can select multiple images to drop in. Okay, I'm just going to click just to deselect those two. And now we'll go to Sheffield. And I fancy a couple of these, so I'm going to click on that first one here, that's Sheffield 1. Again, I'm going to hold my Control or the Command key if you're on the Mac down, and I'll click on this one. I quite like both of them. and I'm going to click and drag into my slideshow. Right, now I can go onto my external hard drive, my old hard drive, because it doesn't matter where these images are to make a collection. So I'll click on York and I'll say, oh, I've always liked that one. So we'll drag that one into my slideshow. And let's have a look at some of the York Night. Oh yeah, I've always liked that one. So we'll drag that one into my slideshow. And let's say the York Wheel. Yeah, I've always liked the York Wheel. And we'll do a couple of those. So again, command click on that one. And then click and drag and drop them into the slideshow. Well, now I've got a slideshow collection that's got 11 images in. And if I click on that, you can see all 11 images in their glory here. And if I want, I can click in there and I can change the order of the images, which is fantastic, because this is what I want in a slideshow. I want the images to be in a certain order for my slideshow, so I can click and drag these and put them in any order that I desire. And this now is a virtual collection of images. It's all ready for takes, let's say for example, into my slideshow module to make a slideshow from. Now these are not the original images, these are virtual. So basically if I want to, I can delete them now. I can delete images out of this collection. So let's say that York one, let's say I don't want that one. Then if I hit the delete or the backspace key, it's gone. But it's not deleted it from Lightroom or from my hard drive. If you look up here, all the images are still in place. So if I drop another one out, say I want to delete that one from my Sheffield, backspace key or the delete key and it's gone. But if I just go back to my Sheffield, you'll see it's still there in that Sheffield folder, because all I've done is I've deleted a reference, a virtual reference to that image. And of course it's a slideshow collection, so if I didn't want the slideshow collection anymore, once I've finished my slideshow, I can right click and I can select delete. And then it's going to say, do you want to delete the slideshow collection? Yes, I do. And it's gone. But you can see here now, I've not hurt any of my original images. They're all exactly as they were. All I've done is deleted virtual references to them. Well, that's it for this video, Lightroomers. I do hope you found it useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment under the video. And please click that subscribe button and help me grow my Photoshop learning community. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.